What's up, y'all? What is up? Welcome to the 5-minute review. My name is EJ. What is up? It's your girl EJ. It's up. It's your girl EJ. When he was like, "Baby, please," I was like, "Yes, Dwayne." Oh my God, y'all. What is up? It's your girl EJ, y'all. I am back with a power live discussion, y'all. So if you're watching this on the replay, guys, make sure to go ahead and type in hashtag replay and let me know what you thought about this episode. To everybody who showed up live, thank you so much. Definitely appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my girl Tamika's Den. We have a few more people probably going to stop by later. We'll bring them in as they come through. Let's go ahead and get Tamika in.
Hey, hello.
I mean, this episode was a lot. I mean,
yes,
I feel like it was well worth the wait for sure. Let me go ahead and say what's up to everybody in the chat. What's up, Samara? Thank you for coming through. Monica, thank you for coming through. DeMarcus, as always, thank you, brother, for coming through. We got who else? Queenie, or just Queen. I think, yeah, that's Queen. Y'all know I don't have these glasses on, so sometimes. And then Michelle, thank you guys for coming through. So let's go ahead and start out with first, just what was you feeling about this episode? Like, what was your temperature? Was you like, was it up there for you, or?
I liked it. I gave it a 9. I enjoyed it. Listen, it was worth the wait for me because I was dodging and weaving, okay, like Neo in the Matrix, avoiding the spoilers. Mm-hmm. So I got to really just enjoy it and take it in for what it was. And I was like, all right, y'all, I see what y'all doing. Definitely was here for it.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Candy? Hey, girl. Listen, I felt the same exact way. I was trying to avoid everything at all costs because I really wanted to not have any spoilers for these last 2 episodes, you know. So I wasn't looking at you like I was just trying to avoid everything at all costs. So, but here we are. So let's go ahead and start out with the petty debate. This petty debate was only inspired because I actually was looking at an interview today with Woody McClain, and ain't that his last name? Woody McClain? I think it's the last name.
Yeah.
And I can't think of Drew's real name. But anyway, I was looking at an interview with them, and they were on the Breakfast Club, and they were like, who would you like to see Tariq end up with, basically? So I was like, okay, let's ask that today. Who would you rather see Tariq end up with today, Diana or Lauren? We're not going to put Effie in there because we know that just ain't going to happen at this point. But Diana or Lauren, would you feel like which one would be a better match for him?
I don't even think either one of them, to be honest. But I guess if I have to go with one, maybe Diana.
Yeah, that's what they actually both said. They said for themselves, they would choose Diana, not as their characters, because, you know, the brothers wouldn't choose it, but as just them, a regular person looking at television, this show, that's who they would choose. They felt like they had the better, I guess they would be a better match with each other. So that's what's up. So I was like, okay, I see it. EJ the TV junkie, congratulations on your son's graduation. I was trying to get your comment up there. I can't see it, but thank you so much. Yes, he graduated, y'all. I'm so excited and proud of him.
Yeah, congratulations. I didn't even realize you had a son that old that was in high school already.
Yes, I do. Girl, my daughter has actually graduated college last year. So both of my kids are done.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself now, y'all. Watch more TV,
that's
I guess.
Right. That's how I felt when my son went to college. I was like, now what?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, y'all. Let's see. Thank you, Samara. I appreciate it. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and just jump into the episode. So the first thing, hold on, we got Detroit coming up. Let me go ahead and bring him in.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Hey, what's up, Detroit?
I'm not late, right?
We just started.
Oh man, thank you. Because I was thinking, like you said, 6:15. I'm thinking it must be 7:15 my time.
I always messed up with that, and then I try to put PST at the end of it because I keep forgetting that all of y'all times are different than me.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
how I was last week with Queen Charlotte. I said I would have been the only one waiting up here.
I said I gotta show up for my big sis, man. You know what I mean? I gotta show up.
Aw, thank you. I
Hey,
appreciate you. I really, really do. You know I do.
for sure. Hi,
All right, y'all.
Tamika.
Hey, what's up?
So I just did the petty debate.
Okay.
I based the petty debate off of something that I saw on the Breakfast Club with the real actors, who they would pick for Diana. Who they would pick for Tyreek, and it was between Diana and Lauren. Who would you pick, Detroit?
Oh man, this is gonna be no spoilers at all, but I'm going to go with man, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to go with let me just pick Lauren. I was gonna say it like that.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, they actually said that they would pick Diana for their, as themselves, not as their characters, but as themselves. So I thought that was
Oh, okay.
interesting. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump into the episode. So the first thing I want to start out with is the fight, y'all. I didn't really do slides or anything like that. I just really wanted to have a conversation. Today I do have some clips, but I didn't do a bunch of slides and all that stuff. Y'all know I just got my computer back, so
I'm glad you
didn't
got
have a
that
whole
back.
lot of time. Yes, thank goodness. So
And
the first
please
thing I want to
don't.
talk about
Can
is
I say
go ahead.
this right quick? Please
Yeah, go ahead.
don't clip up my girl EJ, man. She just showing some clips. Don't do that. Let the black content creators let them cook, man. Please. It's just a little clips.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know how they do.
Exactly.
Okay. I've been trying to make sure I cut them things up. The fight, y'all, the fight. So there was a fight at the very beginning of the episode between Tyreek and Kane. And I think we all already knew that Rick didn't really have no hands, but he really all I could think about, y'all, was when when he went in on Brayden in that episode. I don't remember what episode it was. All I could think about was that. And I'm like, dude, you just swung and missed. And then you just got, like the little brother who just gets thrown around.
Hmm.
Oh my God. That was crazy. What did you think about the fight, Tamika?
Yeah, I definitely was like, come on, Tariq, you got to learn how to fight. Like, Brillo, I need you to teach your grandson how to squabble. I said, you getting your behind kicked. That fight was so funny to me. He tried.
Yes, he did. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Candy. Appreciate you. Definitely, definitely. No spoilers, please, guys. My girl is in the building. So let me go ahead and bring Cass up. Cassandra. Uh-oh, she got this red on. I see her.
I'm still trying to get used to it.
I love it. I love it. I love
Hey,
it. You look
y'all.
good.
Hey.
It's kind of the
All right.
delay. So if I don't hear, if I kind of delay just a little bit.
Who, me?
No, not you. Just like this StreamYard, man. They always messing up. I see, but I hear you.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. I'll try to pause in between mine because I don't know. I was just telling Tamika that earlier that I felt like I was on a delay for some reason. So I'll pause when I finish, and then that way, we can respond.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's move on to. Oh, okay, we were talking about the fight actually before you came up, Cassandra. So, what did you the fight between Kane and Tariq? What did you think about that fight, girl?
I'm so happy Tariq got to say what everybody's been saying. You want to be me? You want to be me? But I'm mad. He got beat up.
Yeah, I was definitely happy that he said that though, because it
Me
needed to
too.
be
Yeah.
said.
Because you obsessed. Yeah, it was a good part. I love that part. I like the camera. Like I liked everything about it. The way they set it up, the way they had the two cameras coming in, like showing what they were doing here and what
Yeah.
they were doing, and then how they kind of met up. It was just a really great scene. Detroit, go ahead and tell me what you thought about it.
You want me to go?
Yes.
Oh, okay. The fight, to me, we all know that Tariq wasn't going. You know what I mean? Like Kane, 24 years old, he looked like he 35 years old. Tariq is a kid, to be honest with you. But I try to tell you about 2-3 weeks ago, EJ, that this man was obsessed with a kid. It don't have nothing to do with him not getting no hug. it's starting to get ridiculous. I hope in season 4, I hope they really try to fix this because this is getting to be sad, man. Ken, you going out bad. You only slept with Effie because you really jealous of this guy, one guy.
Yep.
Sad, but it's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is jealous, but I still stand by why he's jealous, Detroit. It's the same thing. I'm telling you, that's the reason why he's jealous. It all feeds off of that one thing. And then he just done ran with it at this point. But it all started from that very moment his mama made Tariq a priority. That's where it starts.
Yep.
Okay, so let's move to the next one of the next scenes I want to talk about, y'all. Is the A team finds out that Sax is alive. So y'all all know that Jenny and whoever's left, so Sax is gone, Blanca, those are the A team. They find out that he's alive. Kind of talk about what you thought about that moment and how you felt Jenny reacted. Let me know what y'all thought about that. We'll start with you, Detroit.
You mean found out he dead? They found out Sex was dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he dead, but he really ain't dead. You know, I know you'll get to that later, but Blanca, she didn't really care. She don't never like the dude. I mean, you know, Jenny, she crying. I don't even think them tears is real, but hey, it's her fault.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Because I have been saying that this is all her fault. Even though she tried to blame Davis, girl, this is your fault. Like, real talk. What'd you think about it, Cassandra?
Yeah, I knew that she was gonna have a little breakdown. That was her main little thing or whatever. But that blood is on her hands. She set him up. She set him up with all of this, knowing that they cutthroat. They don't play that. So she knew it was coming.
Exactly. What about you, Tamika?
Yes, y'all already know I told Jenny I didn't want to see her or her crocodile tears when Sax was gone. Because you literally told him, you know, you wasn't giving him protection. You knew what time it was. I'm like, I don't want to see her pouring out no liquor. I don't want to see her giving no tears. But yeah, so I was like, can we please fast forward this, you know, fake mess right here? And Cassandra, yeah, Suburbia said you giving him, you know, Holly Berry, Little Mermaid vibes.
I'll take it. I can't never see the comments. I'll take it. Thank you, girl. Thank you for telling me.
Rest in peace. I don't really care, but Sax, you know, you was good for 9 years on Power. You will be missed, not by me though, but I'm pretty sure other people.
Okay, by somebody, not by me either.
Can I say this one thing, EJ? I'm telling you right now, episode 10, your panel is gonna be. I think you're gonna break a record. I think you're gonna do a 2-hour live for next episode. I mean,
yeah, the next live that I do is actually gonna be the one we talked about. Is gonna be the big one. So it actually is gonna be much longer because we got so much stuff to talk about. But we got like a whole show kind of coming together. Y'all know I was a little out for a week, but I'm working hard now to get it back together. But we gonna put it together, and yes, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be great. I still haven't seen it, so we gonna see.
Right, I know. I'm just telling you right now. It's a lot to unpack, and you're gonna be disappointed, and it's gonna be some disappointments, and it's gonna be some. You know what? I like what happened. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm here for that.
That's what's up. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next scene. So did everybody talk about the A team? Because I'm pretty sure we all feel the same way about the A team. They trash still to me, but Jenny could have kept them down on tears because
yes,
Jenny should be fired though.
She really should.
She should have been fired. Let me see what they talked about in the comments. Okay, Suburbia says it's Sax's fault for acting like a beta male. Did he say a beta? What did he say?
He basically called them a simp.
Oh,
that's what he said. I didn't call him that, but that's what he called them.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I don't want to jump ahead because I was about to talk about the letter he left for Jenny. But I said, even
Hold
in
on,
death, you still.
Girl.
we about to talk about that right now. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to find my which movie. Let me find it real quick. Let's see. I want to make sure that I wanted to show
Listen, my nigga, Laura wasn't gonna say shit, all right? Everything was fine until your dumbass started doing stupid shit. Everyone that got arrested, and we wanna have a fucking Rico right now. This is all your dumbass fault.
Dumbass fault.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck you, because every bad thing that's happened in my family's been your dumbass fault.
You know, since I met your family, you've been obsessed with me, and I peeped that.
Okay.
I meant to
Why
show that
you
earlier,
so
but I forgot.
obsessed with me?
Okay.
That camera vision was crazy though.
It
How they
Mhm.
set
was.
that up, that was crazy.
It was so dope. I loved it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we actually about to talk exactly what Tamika was just saying. Sax's letters, y'all. Sax is doing the fool from the grave. I'm so upset with Sax right now, y'all. But I
How?
can't lie. That it was kind of genius. It was kind of smart. So pretty much Sax is setting everybody up to turn on each other. He's going to
Mhm.
dismantle them from inside by simply playing on the one thing that you have to have, which is trust and loyalty. Tamika, you go ahead and start since you started talking about the letters. Let's start with Jenny's letter. Let's start with hers.
Yeah, I was just cracking up. I said, Dag Sax, even, now that you gone, you still over here telling her how much you love her. You thought you was going to have kids with her. I said, really? Damn well Jenny wasn't thinking about no babies with you. And then Blanca made me laugh when she reading it and she like, wait a minute, y'all was really for real? I said, yeah, Blanca, you wasn't paying attention, huh? But yeah, it was smart. He knew what time it was. He knew what was coming. So, he played his hand. But I was like, damn, Sax really sent everybody and their mother a letter. Like, when did he have time to write all these letters? He was on top
Exactly.
of it.
Exactly. All the letters. What'd you think about Jenny's letter, Cassandra?
Jenny's letter was sent from Simpville. Uh, he just gonna always be weak in the knees. He gotta stand up. He can't stand up no more 'cause he dead. But I'm just saying, he's just weak in the knees about Jen. I don't know
Mhm.
why, but it was genius. Like she said, I can't believe it.
It
It
was
was
he's MVP in my eyes of this episode.
Oh
Love
yeah.
him or hate him, he the MVP. No
Oh
debating.
yeah.
I mean, he did that. I can't even lie about it.
Mhm.
I hate him, but it was a powerful move.
It was.
Let's go to the letter. Let me tell you what I thought about Jenny's letter first before I jump to that letter. I feel the same exact way y'all feel pretty much. I thought that Sax, even after everything that she did, you still come with the "I love you," "I wanted to have all of this stuff was stupid in my opinion
Mhm.
because she literally told you that she couldn't help you, that she couldn't give you any protection. She blamed you for something. You put your job on the line, your entire career, even though we know that you have darn near lost this career, I don't know how many times. This would have probably been the final time. Like there was no way he was coming back from this, all the mess that he did with this one. And you didn't see that he cared about you. And then you did him
Right.
the way that you did him. And then you turn around and write a letter and just absolve her of everything. And then make all these other moves. Girl, I was upset, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, this some bull. But
That
Trey, what you
rant
think about
was
that letter?
that rant was brought to you by EJ the TV junkie. I ain't got nothing to say about that. You can
I
have it.
know
I
that's
agree with
right.
you. I'm good. You got it. I don't have nothing to
Yeah,
say.
I was upset, y'all. My bad. But okay, let's talk about the other letter because there was another letter right before that, which was the
Mhm.
Monet letter, which we could tell right then was the beginning of a setup. What you think
Mhm.
about that letter, and even the thought process of those two who were reading the letter?
Can I
Tamika.
go?
No, go.
Oh, my
Okay,
bad,
go
man.
ahead, Detroit. Go ahead, Detroit. Then
Oh,
Tamika, you can
no,
go behind him.
it's gonna be quick. I just think that Monet, I gotta give her credit. I don't rock with her, but I gotta give her credit. She didn't believe. You know what? She didn't believe it at first. I mean, I'm sorry. She didn't believe it, and so she told Diana this could be a setup, and Diana, did what she did. I'm not gonna jump ahead because I know you're gonna get there, but Monet is the brains of the family because she actually smart. I got to give her that.
Yeah.
She do be thinking.
She
What
do.
about you, Tamika? What you think about it?
Yeah, I concur. I second what Detroit just said. I mean, Monet, first of all, she already told Tariq in the beginning of this season that he was the only one she could trust. He's definitely the one she leans on for thinking. So she was like, man, get this out of here. Like, nah, this ain't real. He just trying to, set it up that way. I appreciated that. And I was kind of annoyed with damn Diana talking about, but mommy, he put here that he set me up with that. I'm like, girl.
For real.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I just was like,
Yeah.
okay, so she told her, go ahead and figure it out, do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I was kind of annoyed with Diana in that moment because I was like, come on now, this doesn't really even make sense. Like, you got to be thinking quicker than that because, Diana is
Hmm.
not dumb. It's just to me, I just didn't feel like, I was like, come on now, like let's just put two and two together. That really doesn't make sense. He didn't even know that you were, selling drugs. This was
Mm-hmm.
all in the spur of a moment. You gotta think about it. It happened just because he dropped by your room and then y'all did what y'all did and you told him what you told him. He didn't have time to set that up.
Right.
It didn't make sense. Uh,
EJ crazy. You see,
it just didn't make sense.
it did.
What you think, Cassandra?
I agree with both of them. Monet is the only smart one because you got to know Tariq has the most to lose. He has a long history with them people, the 18. He have a long history
Hmm.
with them. Why would he ever work with them? And yes,
Right.
EJ, I also agree. Diana was pissing me off. I'm like, oh my God, just be quiet, Diana, because she never come out on top with these kind of situations. Back to
Um,
Zeke's murder, she just never come out on top when she got to use her brain for real. So
okay.
Diana is not stupid, but I hate to. I think this is facts. If any guy disagree, then y'all not being real woman are and the best, in my opinion, investigators. They know when you're lying and when you telling the truth. If they really, really want to get you. So for Diana for to do that, she wasn't really thinking. She was. I don't know what she was thinking about.
Acting off of
Hmm.
emotion.
Yeah.
Hmm.
exactly.
That's it. That is it. When people be acting off of emotion, sometimes they don't get stuff right. That's why you can't lead with emotion all the time.
Right.
That's true. That's facts.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
say the
y'all. Let's
wrong thing too when you're emotional.
okay, all the time. That's why you got to stop, think about it, then speak.
Yeah.
Unless you want to say something that you want somebody to, you know how it go.
Then it's up from there.
Right.
Okay. Okay, y'all, hold on. Let's read some of these comments. Let's see what we got. Diana has book sense, but no common sense. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. I was like, she's not dumb,
Yeah.
but it's just when it comes to certain stuff, she don't be thinking. Yes, Diana is upset and too deep. Hold on. What that say, Tamika? Girl, I gotta find my glasses. Can you see it?
Into deep, she think the peen was
Yeah. I ain't want to. You know what she kind of mean by
Mhm.
that.
Oh, okay. I see it now. I had to put my glasses on, y'all. Okay, let's see. Diana always getting people hurt. Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later in the scene. Later, about some things that she said that I wholeheartedly didn't agree with, but emotions again. Let's go to the next scene, y'all. So let's see. What other letters did we have before I move from that? So we had that. Oh, we got to talk about the other two letters. So there was the 2-bit letter. Um,
Yes.
and this one upset me, y'all, because you're putting a child's life in danger at this point over losing. You lost, let it go. But we got to think about Yaz at this point. You got Yaz, you got Big Mama, and you got Tasha, and you give known enemies the location of where these people are. Whoever want to go first, jump in. Just talk
This
about
is
that.
this is actually Ghost St. Patrick, Jamie, whatever you want to call him. This is his fault because all he had to do is take out sex when the man was looking at porn. He didn't want to take him out, and that's why sex almost got your daughter. And I mean, well, almost got your daughter, killed because he giving the information out to where to Tasha and Big Mama and his daughter. So this is Ghost's fault because Sax shouldn't even be in this series. To be honest, which he should have been dead, but that's just me.
Oh,
I'm glad he
I
gone.
totally agree.
No, we
I
agree
never
with
liked
that.
that. So,
Me
what'd you
neither.
think about that, Tamika? What'd you think about the letter in that letter in general and what Sachs did?
Yeah, I
How
was
do
just
you?
like, I guess, yeah. I mean, he figured out a way to send that on a two-bill, and I hope everybody happy because y'all know I didn't give a damn about seeing no two-bill. I know y'all all wanted to see him, so everybody that want to
I
see him. I
told
hope
you he was
y'all was
coming.
excited.
I
I know
told
you
you.
did say that. You definitely did. But I was like, all right, so we got this part out the way. That's how I was looking at it. But at the same time, it was like, dang, now you don't put Yaz and Big Mama, and daggone Danger, and he just
Mhm.
son Tariq and took that freaking car.
Oh my goodness, he just got a nice ride. I'm like,
That's the
why
same
can't we
Mhm.
thing
have
I
nice
was
things?
thinking.
Yeah.
We just got this doggone ride. But Cassandra, what did you think about that letter to Two Bit? Was you happy to see Two Bit? I was indifferent. I really didn't care one way or the other. It was cool.
No, and I'm tired of Two Bit in his mama. I am. He just, I don't know. And I'm just really mad about the car. Tariq finally got a car. And now it's gone. And he got to ride in 2 bit 50. That's what I'm most pissed
Okay.
about.
Tariq will be all right. He'll get it together.
He
I like
will.
Two Bit. I like Two Bit for him because we're gonna talk about that next week. I mean, whenever you to choose to do it, we're gonna talk about why Two Bit is needed because y'all don't want him, but y'all gonna understand why he's needed.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm just indifferent about him. I don't have like an opinion about him one way or the other. But if he makes the story go, then I'm all for it. And Marcus, I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember a letter to Junior. I don't know. I don't remember that. Um, maybe I missed it. I remember the letter to Two Bit, and then let's talk about this because it kind of coincides with the letters. We don't know if there was a letter. We hear in the Tommy portion, he talks about, let me actually play the clip. Give me a second. Here.
I mean, how did you even find me?
Your buddy, Monet Tejada, she dropped me a message. Maybe she's trying to get on my good side.
Wait.
Or maybe she finally figured out that your son is the fucking seed of the devil.
Please, don't.
Okay. So,
Ooh.
Double. Dang.
I
okay.
can go. I can go first. This gonna be easy, right? With no
Okay, go.
spoilers. This gonna make sense to y'all next episode. I'm just gonna put it like that.
Okay, I got
So it
you.
ain't even no need
Okay.
to worry about it right now. It's going everything y'all need to know about that with that scene will be told in episode 10.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cause I was like, that just didn't like that whole Monet thing. I was like, that didn't make any sense to me. But okay, we
It's
gonna
gonna
wait
make
for the next
sense.
episode.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
let's
didn't
see.
sit right with me. And I
Hey,
agree with your comment, Monica M.
trust me, ladies, it's gonna make sense. Trust me.
You want
And
to tell
when
us
you
so
do,
bad.
I'm not gonna say no. I'm just telling because I don't, what I mean. Y'all getting frustrated with it. Y'all gonna understand what that letter is when what he said. I'm
Okay.
the season finale. That's all.
Okay, well, shoot, we gotta hurry up and get to this doggone season finale. Then we got
I know.
to get
I'm
through
ready
this.
for it.
Okay, Samara said episode 10 explains everything. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move on then, y'all, because we were going to talk about that, but we just gonna move on because we all of that's gonna be explained because I personally just I was like, how Monet get that information? That don't even make sense. How can she say that
Right.
if she don't like that wouldn't even make sense? Okay, y'all. So let's talk about Tyreek making a deal with OB to get an extension. When I say that
Mhm.
out loud, it's funny to
Woo!
me. I'm sorry.
Obi the
Tyreek
dentist?
say, "Hey, we need some more time." What'd you think about the time he needed, Cassandra? When he goes up and OB's up there pulling the teeth out of old
Yeah,
dude's
like a
mouth?
dentist.
Yes, like a
Child.
dentist,
Dr. Obi.
Doctor
Mint
Obi.
dentistry, okay?
And he sent he told Braden to go do it, but Braden was too hurt. He couldn't go do it. But I think Tariq was the better option. I don't think he should have sent Braden, to be fair. But
Absolutely.
Tariq
Right.
definitely was
oh,
the better option though.
Mhm.
Always.
yeah.
But y'all did hear the key word though, right? I know y'all. It's the dialogue, right? the opening for what he said. He said, "I want them green cards. Can you get that for me?" That will be explained in episode 10 too. Just to let you know, that will come to a part of episode 10.
So do you think that that is necessarily I mean, do you, because he said, why would I betray Noma? But I don't really see it as a betrayal, getting a little help. I mean, give him a little extension. Like, I don't see it as a betrayal. Did y'all see it that
Which
way?
I don't really see it that way neither, being by the fact that Noma is holding, and this ain't no spoiler. This is you could tell by how he is, by the dialogue between them two. It seemed like to me that Noma is holding him hostage, and he don't want to be there and take no he don't want to be the leader. He just want to be gone.
Yeah, because that's been my question about Obi. I remember even when we was doing the predictions for episode 9 before it came, me, Lays in Detroit, I was saying, what is Obi's angle? Like, do we feel like he was doing stuff behind Noma's back on the slide? Because something just felt a little off. I was giving him the side eye the time when he followed Tariq, and then he was telling him, you're not going to tell Noma anything. But so I still was kind of trying to figure out where he stands with everything. And then for him to kind of rely on Tariq and say, because Tariq was like, well, listen, you did say I was smart and I get things done. And he like, all right, I'm going to give you the 72 hours. I was like, he sounded like he really desperate and really caring, about his family. And he don't necessarily feel like Noma's going to be the one to get it done for him. So that was big to me that he left it to Tariq to, try to get it done for him and say he was going to give him the 72 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm glad
sure.
they didn't rush that him Tariq, that how Power be doing. That's the only thing they be doing. They be kind of like doing stuff too fast. Like, bro, you got one more episode. Just wait to do it the next episode. It's gonna be there.
Right.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. Letting that develop a little more makes more sense. So yeah, I appreciated that. Let's see. So I can't wait to see. I'm ready for episode 10, y'all. Y'all got me hyped now. Look at y'all.
Yes,
Don't y'all notice this was really a setup episode to going into 10.
Yeah,
this really was a setup episode.
Yeah, I could tell it was definitely a setup episode. Okay, y'all. So Davis visits Effie, which they dropped this particular scene for us. You know how they always drop a little scene for you. So we saw this scene where he goes to visit and he's, kind of been drinking. And Effie's like, look, I want somebody who's going to fight for me, because he was just like, this is a no-win case. He was only thinking about a deal. Did y'all agree with Effie on this part? Like, Davis, no. Typically I'm all for Davis, but in this moment I honestly didn't know. I didn't know what
Davis don't want to.
I mean, I understood her saying that, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. My bad. Go ahead.
But I just kind of felt like, listen, he is keeping it real with you. Like he said, do you want me to sit here and lie and sugarcoat it, or tell you what it is? And we know Davis been drinking night and day. He messed up after freaking Theo, but he just was keeping it real with her, letting her know what her options is, how it would more than likely play out. And I also thought it was funny that at first she's like, oh, I don't want no help from Tariq, and he's like, oh, well, Kane told me to come too. And then she was like kind of willing to sit down after that, but she kept saying she had her own lawyer, and I was interested in that too. Like, who's this lawyer? Where we get the money from?
Right.
Her lawyer is Davis. You know what I mean? Because Davis, Davis didn't want to take the case. The only reason he went is not because of Kane, because of Tariq. You know what I mean?
Because it helps all of them.
Yeah, and it was gonna help all of them too. Yeah,
they got to do what's best for the greater good. Go ahead.
I told you, EJ. You thought I was trying to be trolling, and hey, Effie, I was
always trolling.
Nah, sometimes I do, but this I'm not trolling on. I told you she was gonna get locked up, and it ain't looking too good for her because Lauren is alive,
right?
And if Lauren is not taken care of, she going to jail.
Yeah, of course. No, I mean that's absolutely 100. Listen, I ain't never disagree with you on that. I never disagree with you on that.
Davis don't want to take that case because he all about winning. He knows what's going on.
Winning and his money.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know, if I were her, I get where she was coming from. If Davis was sober, I would, and he
Mhm.
probably would have said the same thing if he was sober, just differently. I probably would have took my chances with Davis just because he knows the whole layout, and you can tell, he knows everything. So I'd rather go with the
Mhm.
person who know everything and who I know has something to lose too. That would be my thought process. What about you, Cassandra?
With this one, I want her to have him because just like you said, he knows so much or whatever. But when somebody tell me like it's a no win, I understand her thought process and like he don't care. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But I don't. I just want her to get the best love so she can get the step out of there. But they gonna try to make her flip. And I like when he pointed out like that's a tactic to get you to confess. Like don't
Mhm.
fall for that BS. Talking about the girls on the phone the whole time.
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
She need to
mean,
get loyal though.
LSW said Effie is only out for herself. Look, everybody in power is out for themselves. And
oh,
I've
Exactly.
Effie
always
really.
known that
Ooh.
Effie is a person who protects herself. And I don't know. I mean, when you think about all the situations that they're in, sometimes you got to be out for yourself, especially if you feel like the other people have already turned on you. It just
Yeah.
all depends on if I know you on my side or not. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna look out for me.
But it's looking like Tariq was right because if he told Kane his idiot self, he told him if you would have just trust what I, you know what I mean, she wasn't gonna do nothing. If you would have just let her get out of town, it wouldn't be no Rico.
Yeah.
And Effie was a part of that, trying to be Superwoman. You know what I mean? You should have just mind your business and let Tariq do what he do. That's why you in jail.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
now Tariq might have to put the cape on to get you up out of there.
I don't know. I mean, but if Tariq helps her, he's helping himself. This just brings me back to the point of everybody does what is best for them. So we can't act like
Tariq care
Effie is
about
any
that
different.
girl. Tariq care about Effie. All that sleeping with
But are
Diana.
you
And
saying that Effie don't care about him?
yeah, but she care about her first. She care about herself first. Then she 30, maybe 40% of
See,
caring about Tariq.
see, see what I'm saying, Tamika? You hear it, don't you? You hear what he's saying.
I'm trying to get. I'm not trying to spoil nothing. I won't. I'm gonna just. I'm gonna be on this panel. I don't care if I got. I'm gonna make sure that the barbecue is gonna be on a Monday or Saturday because I'm gonna be here on time. Because when episode 10 happened, I want the Teen Effie people to
Oh,
have that cake pop.
God.
Hey, Tamika, I guarantee you, Tamika is going. I mean, Tamika, I guarantee you that EJ is not gonna be having the same energy she have all week. I book it. She
Listen, my
won't.
energy don't change. Listen, you ain't got to tell Tamika. I'm right here. My energy don't change. Listen, I ride
I
for
don't
whoever
care if
I
the live was
ride
on a
for. But
Tuesday. If it's
if
I'm in here.
okay, well, listen, if she do some dumb stuff, then listen, I'm gonna call it out. I've been doing that all season. When people
You
do
do.
dumb things, I call it out. Listen, I gave Kane his props for crying out loud. I can't stand Kane, but
She did worse than Kane. Me
when he do
personally.
stuff, I do it. But like I said, when episode 10 comes out and I get to see it, then I'll let you know. I'll let you know where my energy is at. You gonna know.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
I can't
I'm
wait
just
to
throwing
see
it
this
out there.
Hey Tamika,
episode.
I'm gonna keep it a
Me
buck. Hey
too.
Tamika, you gonna be throwing your phone when you see what happened. I guarantee you, Tamika I'm telling you,
Nah,
Effie, Tamika
Monica.
gonna be on your head. I'm about everybody on this panel, PG, everybody is gonna be on Effie head. It's horrible how they got
Well,
how
Oh,
they
here's the
about to do
God.
her
thing. Like,
dirty.
but here's the thing, Detroit. I have always called everybody out for everything. See, that's the problem right there that you keep missing is that I
Okay.
call everybody out when they do something. So, Monica, my energy ain't gonna change hard. My energy stays right where it's at. Like it's gonna stay the same. And if she do some dumb stuff, my energy gonna be for whatever
Yeah,
dumb
I'll
she
call
did.
everybody out too. I don't
Yeah.
have no favorites up here on this show, so I just take it for
Okay,
what it is and enjoy it. But y'all know I have never, ever, ever, ever trusted
you
Effie.
ain't
I'm
never
just
I
gonna
lied.
say
cannot wait
that.
for y'all to see that episode though, man, because it's
Oh
gonna
my
be
So it
it's
would
goodness.
be
gonna be
nice if she
crazy.
surprises me in a good way because
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
But what's up, Barbie? Yeah,
I
thanks.
will
Okay.
say she stayed 10 toes down in this
She definitely
episode though, which
did,
I
100.
expected her to. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
oh well, you didn't get to that part yet with Kate coming, so but yeah.
Oh Lord, have
except for the
mercy on
year.
Kane.
Uh,
Okay, let's
Hey,
see.
hey, hey, Candy, hey, Candy, I'm calm down. There, see, even Candy saw it. I'm a chill.
Listen, Candy see everything. That's my girl. She already on top of it. She probably that's my girl right there. But listen, Detroit, real talk.
All
Whatever it
right.
is, it's gonna be all good no matter what. If it's bad, I'm gonna call
Uh-huh.
her out on it too. If it's good, I'm gonna call her out on it. I'm calling everybody out. Ain't nothing
It's
changing.
bad. It's
So
bad.
You
Your
we'll
friend,
talk
your
scared
about it.
me.
I'm if I'm not
Don't
even
let him get
capping.
to you. Don't let him get to you, Cassandra. That's what
I'm ready
Detroit
for
do.
this
Oh
episode.
Hey,
God.
Candy, can
Dang.
you? If she can confirm it, I'm not capping. I'm not even trolling. It's dead serious, man. I even shook my head, man. Like I don't get it, bro.
Oh
But
no.
let's go to the another. I'm done, man. I don't get it.
All right, y'all. So Rashad makes a major play that messes up things for a lot of people. Y'all, I was a little upset with Tate this episode. Usually I don't really care one way or another about Tate. But in this
Mhm.
episode, I was like, Tate, you messing with the trust fund. You're messing with
Yeah.
RSJ money because
Yeah.
you want to win this election so bad. Like, oh, God,
Mhm.
that was irking me. What'd you think about this, Cassandra?
I was mad. I was real mad. And when I saw that he got with old girl and whoever this little dude was, and once I saw he said, "Oh, I've been looking at them for a while. If you've been looking at them for a while, you already know what's going on. They finna ring the alarm." And I feel so bad for Brandon Daddy.
So
Don't ask
bad.
me why. I really do. He just was like, but you know how you ride for your family no matter what. The baby little Luke was doing. Oh, he was doing the food.
Uncle Lucas
Uncle Lucas was doing the food.
snitching and trying to snitch and everything, man.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, I'm ready to. Yeah, but yeah, that pissed me off. So
Thank you, RC. Thank you for knowing that that's what I do, that I call people out when they do terrible things because I will. And then I'll go right back because I done called Tariq ass out a plenty of times. And then I go right back to liking him. It
yeah,
just is
Hmm.
what it
they
is.
get back in their good graces some kind of way.
Yeah, it just is what it is. Tariq be getting on my nerves sometimes, but then, I don't want him to lose. I can't see him lose. Like, it just is what it
Right.
is. All right,
Girl.
Tate always needs money from Tariq, but he wiped out all the money. That was a dumb move. Tate is literally one of those examples of people who are always out for themselves. He is
Oh,
the
of course.
epitome of that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
The
That is
Tate move
exactly.
didn't really surprise me. I
Mm-mm,
felt like one, he wants to win. We know that. Two, he wanted his girlfriend back, and this was a
mhm.
way to show her, like, see, I can go after the corrupt people, whether they was donating to me or not. I'm going to do the right thing in this. I feel like Tariq kind of messed up without knowing he was messing up. When he told him it wasn't nothing going on, maybe if he would have actually gave him the real place, maybe he wouldn't have been in such a rush to go open his
He was
mouth. But
gonna do
he
that.
probably still could have.
He was gonna do it regardless.
Yeah,
Tariq
but
told the
once he
truth.
knew he was lying, that part made me laugh. He like, you're lying, MF. He said, I
That's
know
all
when
he
his
do is
daddy was
lie.
lying, and I know when he lying. I was like,
He lying.
ah,
I think
I was
Tariq gonna
like,
get him back though. He gonna get him
yeah.
back just like his daddy did. His time,
Hmm.
he gonna get him back. He gonna end up blackmailing him.
I hope
he
so.
needs
Watch.
to get him back. I'm all for
Yeah,
He
that.
on the way.
absolutely.
He needs to get his lick back. For real. Just get him back.
Some kind
Y'all
of
know
way.
y'all be kids. They be like, I got my lick back. That's what Tariq needs to do.
Hmm.
Right.
Get
I
back.
got it.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see. Let's go to the next one, y'all. Let's see. Oh, hold on. My bad. Wrong one. The Castillo family dies, and Evelyn tells it, y'all. Like the Castillos, I think I might spell that wrong, but anyway. So Kane and Drew set up this whole thing. I mean, I don't even, y'all. They was on some extra stuff. I mean, they done.
Goofy.
Wow.
That
They
messed up.
they just did a
That
lot.
was goofy. I didn't. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna say this, man. I did not like how they did that. It was fake to me, and they.
Yeah, I hated
That
this.
was horrible. I'm done. I don't have nothing else to say about this, man.
I
Worst
hated it.
scene.
Yeah. I knew
It
they
was
was
it
gonna
was
die, but I've literally been saying since they stepped on the scene, I've been like, the Castillos is gonna get them a run for their money. Like, I thought we was really gonna get something popping.
Yeah.
And then they was gonna get taken out. But this whole thing, I was like, really, y'all, seriously, this what we gonna do? And
I
I
wanted
know
a
Monet
shootout.
said, be smart, don't let it come back to us and all that. But I was like, all of a sudden, we just know where to go get all this child.
Fake to me. This
Exactly.
fake stuff. You
The
thought we was
casinos are almost
watching
as
the
bad as the Four Horsemen. You right, because the Four
Yes,
Horsemen, I thought that they was
absolutely.
about to be something like.
hey,
I thought they
EJ,
was about to.
I
Go
thought
ahead, Detroit.
I thought I was watching Money Heist or something.
Right.
Where'd you get this truck?
Exactly. How you know
Yes,
how to do that? That's not easy to do.
exactly.
I mean,
Mm-mm-mm.
and
And
the
you knew
truck,
how to
right?
time it. Then y'all coming in and y'all leaving the gate open and traffic is going by. People, hey, like I said,
Yeah.
what is this?
And
I guess.
Evelyn was the first person who started feeling the effects, but yet she was the last person that, I'm not even, Detroit pulled me into that because I really just went down a rabbit hole in
Oh
my mind. I was
God.
like, you know what? You're right. I mean, I already thought it was
Mm-mm.
ridiculous, but now I'm thinking
Yeah.
about how much more ridiculous it is because
Yeah.
she shouldn't have been able to say anything. She should have
Right.
been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
And
must,
Drew taking off his mask and she like, I mean,
he
I ain't
should
gonna
have been
lie.
dead.
I did love her saying it was your mother. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, finally somebody said that shit. Because
Yes.
I wanted Gordo to say that before he got shot. But I was like, y'all really playing with me right now.
Right. But I
Mm.
knew once he like kneeled down to her, I said, "Oh, she finna tell him something." But I didn't know if she's gonna be able to get it all out or not. But baby, when she said that, I was like, "Oh, it's on. Oh, it's on." Dang.
Okay.
Oh
Let me see Miss Candy.
man.
Horrible scene, man. Horrible. The power be up there.
Exactly.
No, they
Now,
can mess up an episode sometimes with that goofy
Mm-hmm.
stuff, man. Like, dang.
I just wanted a shootout. Like I wanted something more, but maybe
Me
it's
too.
just too much to ask for in 2 episodes. I just really thought we were about to. I thought somebody was about to get hurt. I thought for sure that
Right.
like Drew or somebody was about to get shot. Like I don't know. I just expected something else. Maybe
I was
I'm just
expecting that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so.
I want to give
Anyway, let's
somebody
move on
flowers
to
in
the.
this episode though, right before you like. I gotta do it. To do Mike Rennie Jr. Man, you been in your bag this season, man. You has gotten better and better. Nobody can talk about your acting. Your acting is getting good, real good. Everything he's doing, he in his bag. I think he get too
Yeah.
much hate
He been
because
acting a long
he
time.
been acting, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
he only like 22 years old, so he just getting there. He's
Mm-hmm.
starting to get comfortable, even more comfortable. Like if you really think about that, when he was talking to Braden, you could
Mm-hmm.
tell that's something. One of your you would tell your brother or your sister or your best friend. So I
Mm-hmm.
like the man's acting in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does an amazing job. Somebody says something. Somebody's birthday. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out whose birthday it is.
Oh yeah, Rick James.
Like Rick James in the chat or like Rick.
Yes. Rick James in
Oh,
the chat.
Happy birthday.
okay. Well, happy birthday. Hey.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm
Crazy
sorry, I was
Geminis.
confused. I was like, Rick James? Like Rick James? Oh man. Okay, y'all.
Rick
So
James, the singer's son. So I knew he stopped.
you see me, I was confused. I'm like, hold on.
I'm like,
And
Rick
then I saw
James
the name Rick
died.
James. I wasn't trying to be slow, y'all, but y'all, you know how it goes sometimes. Okay, let's see. All right, y'all. So let's move to Diana and this police report, y'all. So Diana goes to do her sleuthing and she finds the police report. I'm gonna turn my camera off, y'all, because I feel like I'm delayed. Give me a second. Let me turn my camera off. Okay, so Diana is sleuthing. You know, she's doing her thing. She goes to talk to Tariq, and she's done this several times, y'all. That's why I don't understand why everybody always want to see Diana and Tariq together. He is never going to be able to trust her, ever.
She's annoying.
I mean, come on, I'm just saying, like, she went to him. She didn't go to him just because she'd been hitting him up and calling him. She went to get information. She was doing what she does, you know, and so long story short, she finds the police report. She sees her father fingerprints on there, and this kind of leads to the her trying to figure out what's going on. Drew was giving a clue, and now they're discussing this clue together, and they're putting all the pieces together, and then Kane comes in and puts everything together for them. So we're going to talk about the infamous scene. We're going to move to that scene because that was one of my favorite scenes. I had the part, but guys, I was recording it, and then it just something happened. I don't know. I didn't get the audio, so it is what it is. So we all know what happened. Monet is eating at the table, and the kids all come in, and and then chaos happens. So I'm probably going to say some unpopular things. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there right now because that's what I do. I come with the unpopular
on
stuff.
a timer. You get a 3-minute rant. 1, 2, 3.
I want to hear what y'all have to say about this whole thing, and then I'm going to tell you where my disconnect comes in and why I'm probably going to say something unpopular just because. So, what do you think about the scene, Tamika?
I was glad it finally happened. This was the moment I was waiting for. I knew that Drew and Diana was the ones that had to find out next. Was curious how they was gonna find out. They was upset how we was gonna expect for them to be upset. Monet made me laugh and just shows even, we know, but she just continues to show you how evil and disconnected she is from everything. One minute she, laughing and eating and offering them food like, oh, I didn't know y'all was coming. And the next minute, she ready to tell them all about themselves and how horrible they daddy is. And y'all think he saw all this and I would have did this for y'all too and all of that. And I get Diana being like, do you hear yourself right now? Child. And when she tried to fight her, I was going, let her go. And every Monet rather was saying, let her go. I wanted to see it. It was funny when she mushed the hell out of Drew too, but it was also interesting how Kane had little stuff to say. He was kind of on the side because I was laughing when Drew told Kane, you a mama's boy. You gonna always do what she wanted, something to that degree. But he was on the side and he just was looking. It was like on one hand, he was saying, don't put me in this. You caught now. But on the other hand, he wasn't going as hard as Drew and Diana was. So I thought that was kind of interesting too. Like because he could have just as easily went over there and pulled them back as well. But he just still kind of stood off on the side. But yeah, I just was like, I'm glad that is all out now. And it's like, what's y'all next play gonna be?
Yeah, I'm glad they ended that. Well, when I say ended, I mean I'm glad that it's no longer a secret. I got you,
right.
Detroit. What you got? What you got for me, bro?
Okay, and I'm just asking, like, can y'all tell me? I want you to go first because I can't remember the dialogue to be honest with you because you know what I mean. Like I'm trying to figure out where. Okay, I'm gonna listen because I really forgot. Should have wrote it down, but I didn't.
Yeah, I really wish I had it. That was one of the ones I had. But so when Diana comes in, she says, we know about the fingerprints, and she's like, what prints? And then Drew was like, that's that stuff I'm talking about right there. See, and then he hits the table, getting all big mad. Drew was getting on my nerves. Okay,
yes.
Bring it back. So anyway, hold on, I gotta turn my camera back on because I got to turn this back on. Yeah, I got to see my face when I say this. So, and then Drew goes on to say what he says about, she was getting on his nerves, because she wouldn't come clean. And then I want to say, then Kane says something, but Kane's conversation is different from theirs. I don't know if everybody noticed this.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was, saying. Like, he just kind of was more so like, listen, don't look at me, the cat's out the bag, they know now type of thing, right? Nobody's, but he wasn't going as hard as all the other kids.
EJ, you know what made me upset about the thing about like Kang, and I'm gonna get on his head. You so worried about you supposed to be worrying about what your brother and your sister are saying to your mother, but you so worried about Tariq.
Yeah, he brings up Tariq again, as a matter of fact.
This is getting to be out of hand.
He always bringing him up.
For people, if you got somebody obsessed with you, don't react. You need to get a restraining order and call the police. Because this what Kang is doing, bro. I'd be scared somebody would do it with Kang. And this dude is obsessed with this guy. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
jealous of him. This what you say, obsession of another man.
Right. Because out of everything they talking about, he's like, you brung Tariq in and messed up the family. And then she even was at one point like, Tariq is the one that told y'all all of this. And it's like, no, Diana said this has nothing to do with Tariq. This is about what you did. And yeah, so it was like, that's really the only thing he had to say. Other than that, he was just kind of like, yeah, y'all have fun with this.
And to say this though, right? This is, I'm gonna say this, man, and I'm just like, honestly, like, I can't wait to come up here next week or whenever EJ do it. I'm not a Monet fan, but Drew and Diana, y'all time is ticking, bro. Your time is ticking. You know what I mean? And y'all will find out in episode 10. Like, this is getting to be ridiculous now. Like, seriously, like, this is ridiculous. You will see what I'm talking about. Like, I'm just gonna say this my part. I'm the Lorenzo fan. I never thought he should have died, but this is all on Monet too. But I actually think this family is basically split up. You can kind of
Well,
see it
we
in this
knew that.
episode.
I think when this season was first coming in, we talked about them splitting and who was going to be on whose side. We knew that was the direction that it was going to end up going in. We just didn't know exactly how it was going to play out. And I feel like Monet would have waxed that behind had Diana got loose. And it was so funny to me when she must the hell out of Drew. Like, don't you ever put your damn hands on me. But she do deserve it too. We know that she is not no, you know.
Yeah, she's definitely not a saint. So I'm gonna go ahead and say my unpopular opinions. And the reason why I say it's gonna be unpopular is because I know that my buddy, my friend over here, Mr. Detroit, he rides for Lorenzo, but I am just going to keep it a buck and a stack with y'all. Everything that Monet actually said was true. When I did my video way back when, that episode when he told her that she could go to Stansfield, I already knew he was trying to get her out of the house because he knew she would figure it out, because that's what Diana does. She knows it and she figures things out. Some of us in here want to say that it was because he loved her and he just wanted her to go to school. She was already going to a school. She just wasn't going to Stansfield. And now he had to get her out of the house. When she said what she said about him setting Drew up, that was true. But of course, Drew is not going to see this because he thinks everything that she's saying is a lie. And because Kane is so freaking obsessed, as we say, with Tariq, he's not going to back it up and say that's true, because we all know that he knew what the truth was.
Yeah, that's true.
Cares about Tariq. So he's not trying to get in the middle of all of this. But at the end of the day, all that stuff that she said was 100% true. And I'm not saying that she was right for killing Lorenzo, but what I am saying is that a mother's love is strong, and sometimes it outweighs that what you feel for your partner. It just depends on who you are. We're talking about a crime family. We're talking about a family who live by the gun and will probably die by the freaking gun. You know, he killed her son. She didn't care that it was an accident. All she knows is that he killed her son. And then for months, he sat there and he watched her go through hell. Like, he watched her. We didn't even notice this character. We was like, what the hell is wrong with Monet? Like, she telling Kane to go, telling them to go do what they do, like giving them permission to go fix it. And she's not even involved. Like, that's not the character that we know. So when it's all said and done, you know, the reason why she killed him was because he killed her son. And at the end of the day, whether it was right or wrong, it just is what it is. Sometimes mothers will go hard for their kids. And this is the other part where people are going to...
Do y'all think that she would have killed him if it was any of the other kids?
Exactly. And that was my next point.
You don't, Detroit?
No,
I think she would. I think
that can I rebuttal something that EJ said? And
no, you cannot.
I can't rebuttal what you're saying. All right. Because Monet is a liar. That's her perspective.
She is, definitely.
She's not a liar.
He clearly didn't do. He didn't do that for she could stop being nosy. He was the only one that did. No, he didn't. And that's her perspective.
School, Detroit.
She was not in school. She wasn't in school.
Yes, she wasn't
in school.
Yeah, then
Yes,
she
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 was.
did go to another school. It wasn't the
She
school
was
she
going. She
wanted to
said she
go
was
to.
supposed to go to St. John's, but she said she didn't want to go to St. John's.
Right,
She wanted to go to Stanfield with
right.
Tariq, and she never went. But he said, "I'm gonna sit there and pay for your tuition to go to Stanfield," and he did. And he did. You know
Look
what I
at
mean?
the
And then
timing of it, Detroit. These parents are both manipulative, but everybody keeps giving Lorenzo this
that
pedestal. They're both manipulative. They both do things against their children. Both of
it was
them.
a
So
it was
I'm
a
giving
it
them
was
the same
wrong.
energy.
It was wrong for her to do that because Diana didn't have a problem with it. Drew didn't see was mad at his father. Even Kane was saying he made a mistake. You sit there and before you make the call, tell your kids that you know what I mean your father killed Zeke. I want to kill him and everything like that. But you didn't do it though because you know they was gonna say no. You wanted to do that. And I don't even think I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This is my hot take. Yeah, she loved Zeke, but it was more about her gaining power, and you will see that in episode 10. My theory will. I'm telling
Oh
you,
yeah, I mean, I
it
think
was
everybody know that Monet always wanted power.
exactly that's
Exactly.
one of the
And
reasons
nobody's
why.
saying that she didn't want power. What I'm saying is that you always put Lorenzo on this pedestal and you always act like he was the greater parent. All I'm saying is that Monet and Lorenzo are two peas in a pod and they're both the same. It's just that one
I
of
never
them made
said that,
amends in the end.
but
And
Monet is
and I
clearly not
gave
a
him
good
props for
leader.
that.
She's not a good leader. She did not go to she can't make that decision of killing their father. That's their daddy. Who was her to try to do that? Now and now look what got them into now. Come on now, like people want to make he killed Zeke, man. You didn't even really you wanted Zeke to get it out like Lorenzo said. You know the game. You put Zeke in this situation of being because you a
But
drug dealer.
did she put him in that situation? He put
Yes,
him
she
in that
did.
situation because if we really go back to the root of why Zeke ended up at that plane, if we're talking about that specific moment, which we definitely done got off track here, if we're talking about that specific moment, he only ends up at that specific, and I'm not blaming her. I did a video on it where I said indirectly, if we go back to the source of it, indirectly, the source is Diana for looking in the bag and telling Lorenzo what was in
Ooh.
the bag, which would then lead Lorenzo to go to the hangar where Zeke was at because he was leaving with them because he had no more NBA career because Diana looked in the bag and told, well, not because of the bag, because she told at the dinner table. I mean, if you go back, that one part where Diana says that it's not her fault and that she made her feel a certain type of way, in theory, it really does go back to her. Now, I'm not blaming her because Monet is the one who gave her son up a long time ago. I'm just saying that, she did play a part too. I just don't absolve any of these characters of stuff that they do. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it.
Zeke would still be alive if it wasn't for Monet. You even
No,
lied to Zeke
no,
about
no, you got to explain that one.
yes.
I'm listening. Explain it.
If she would have told Zeke that I'm really your mother, and then when Mecca came, the biggest simp of all time, came back and say, I wanted you and my son. You should have told like, yo, I'm your mother, and this is your father. None of this would have happened. Zeke would still be alive and Lorenzo will still be alive. But you didn't do that though. So now you got
How is that
Mecca.
true?
That is true. You tell the
I'm
truth, you don't have to
saying,
worry about none of this.
so, but are we talking about when? Are we talking about before or after the dinner scene? Because the dinner scene is when
No.
everybody finds out about Zeke's identity. Zeke was about to go off to the NBA if Diana hadn't spilled
Mecca
the beans.
told her in episode 6, season 2, if you don't tell him, I will. And that's when she didn't do that, he sat there, gave the information out to the press and saying this dude is not 18, he's 23 years old. Said he's older. So that made him NL. He had to deal with that. It's all Monet fault
But
that
I'm saying
Zeke
you
is dead.
always go back and blame her specifically. There's a chain of events, there's a cause, there's an effect. So all I'm saying is that everybody has something to do with a little bit of everything. And if we're being real, if we just talk about the events are because Diana told what she found out. And like I
That
said, I'm not
point.
saying that Monet is wrong for keeping that secret about who Zeke was and all of that type of stuff,
She
but that should have
lied
been
to her
something that she should
son.
have told Zeke.
She lied to
But
her
that's something that she
son.
should have told him. Diana shouldn't have told him the way that she told him, not at
Monet
that dinner
lied
table
to
like
her
that.
son. She lied to Zeke. She lied to her kids, but she been lying. She lied more than Lorenzo was lying. She lied to Zeke about being her mother for 23 years. He lied about Mecca when he wanted to know the truth. She lied about Professor Mingles. She killed her or whatever. She lied to the kids about Drew, Kane, and Diana about killing Lorenzo when she had set everything up. That's why they are dead. The other family, Evelyn, is dead because of what she did. She killed Uncle Frank or whatever and lied to her. All she been doing is lying.
But
Even Lorenzo
nobody's
coming to
saying that
Ghost.
she did. But nobody's not saying that. What I'm saying is that there is always this thing where we keep putting. Is exactly what she said. Y'all act like Lorenzo is a saint, and Lorenzo is not a saint. They
he
are
he
literally
not a
two
saint, but
thieves
he never lied to his
God.
kids. He never lied to them. He lied one
How
time
come
to
he
Drew.
didn't?
He set Drew
He
up.
lied about the whole time. He was the one who killed Zeke.
Yeah, but
I'm
he
just
didn't mean
saying.
like Kane said, and
Yeah,
Diana
but it
said.
took
There you
Kane
go.
time to realize that and accept it too. He was pissed at first, but he used it to his advantage.
Exactly. And you see what happened. Kane ain't them kids ain't tripping about that. Because you know why?
Yeah, but
Because their daddy
here's
is
the
gone.
thing. Here's the other thing with that scene though, because you and I we ain't gonna never agree on this one because you think that Lorenzo is like the creme de la creme of fathers, and I think that he is
Yeah.
just. I think he's just like Monet, but 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 they put it a different way in the show to kind of make people be like have like a little heart for Lorenzo, but they have no heart for Monet because she's cold with hers and he dresses his up a little different. And and that just is what it is. But there was a point where when Kane doesn't say anything, I was gonna say the reason why he doesn't say anything is because Kane himself was about to kill his own father. And I think we all keep forgetting that Kane was about to do this
He
because
never did it
but
though.
he was the only one that wasn't in on it. Everybody else knew it was that it
Kane
was fake
told
news.
I get Kane so
Mm-hmm.
much help. Kane already knew that I mean he told his father like, why don't you tell her the truth, tell her the truth. And Kane knew that she had something to do with that, and it was wrong. You can't get mad at them kids for how they feel about that. That's their father at the end of the day,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right?
mean,
there
we
you go.
knew they was gonna feel the way they was gonna feel. That
As
wasn't a
they
shock to
should.
Yeah,
nobody.
yeah,
Yeah.
and nobody's saying that they shouldn't feel the way that they felt because they were going to feel that way. I said that I had
Mm-hmm.
an unpopular opinion, and my unpopular opinion is that what Monet was saying had some truth in it, regardless of everybody thinking that. And I'm not saying everybody because I know there's some people who see Lorenzo for who he is, which is just as manipulative as her. I think they're both manipulative parents. I think they raise their kids up in a game,
Monet more
and
though.
it is what it is. Well, they both are. And we agree on
She
that.
is
And we
horrible
agree on that.
parents. I mean, yeah, but she's a horrible parent because even when Lorenzo was in jail, and she had Diana went to see her poppy, and he said, if you want to go and play basketball at school, go ahead and do that." He called her Monet and let her know, what she want to go to school. What Monet do? She said no. Even in episode 8, I think it was 8, wasn't it? Episode 8, she said, I want to get out this game. I want to go to
She said that
Spelman or
out some
whatever." She said
emotion. She said that out some
no,
emotion.
oh my God,
Okay, and
that
here's
wasn't.
another unpopular opinion since you brought that part up. If you're a parent, just because your kid comes out and says, I want to go a couple of miles, hundreds of miles away, you do not say yes on the first when they first ask you. Now, the
To
way that
be
Monet,
honest, I don't even think Diana should have been asking her. She already knew what the answer was gonna be. I
She
would
should
have been
have.
gone.
Yeah, she can't. You can't.
if
This
she wanted
woman
to
is.
go, thank you, Tamika. She should have just left. She
But
grown, right? She should have just
Right.
left.
They would have been looking for
but
me.
but you got to understand though. She's so used to asking her mama how to stuff do. She don't even know that she's a grown woman. She could do what she want to
Hmm.
do. That's a
But at
shame.
the
Monet
same
is
time, though,
horrible.
if my kid came and asked me, can I go 100,000 miles away. I'm just saying 100,000. I don't know how far away it is. That is not a conversation that we're gonna be like, oh, sure, baby, you can go ahead and do that like right now. That's a conversation for later. That's some thought process.
She grown though. You can't get no when she
about it.
turned 18, 19 years old. She ain't got no say, so she can go to school.
But they asked her
But she
for her
asking her to pay
permission.
for it.
Oh
asking her
yeah,
to pay for
yeah,
it.
because her mama didn't show her the. Didn't her mama kill the one that was actually paying for it?
But she would have
yeah, her
still had
father
to, even.
died.
Do you think that Lorenzo would have said yes to? I mean, I honestly don't
Yeah,
think
he
that that's
did. Didn't he do? Didn't he do it? Didn't he get?
because
Didn't he pay
standstill is
for
right
it?
there. I'm talking
But
about two
but he
salesmen.
paid for. But he paid for it though.
And
None
that's
of
not what
this
I'm
would have
talking
happened
about.
if Lorenzo would have been alive.
Oh God, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna move on
Lorenzo,
because
you're not
we
winning
It's
ain't
the
this
gonna
battle.
truth.
see eye to eye. What you say, Cassandra? I'm sorry.
You're not gonna win this battle. We going back to Lorenzo.
No, it's gonna be.
Lorenzo, you're not winning.
I'm gonna be. Hey, Tamika, I know you're gonna be smiling in episode 10 though, because I definitely was.
Oh Lord,
Oh,
I
God.
can't wait
Okay,
to see
so
it.
okay, here we go to the next one. Which is the Silver Spoon Goon, aka SSG.
Oh my
Brillo said
God.
we can't call him Brayden anymore.
I was waiting for this.
So he is no longer Brayden on this channel either. He is the Silver Spoon Goon officially, SSG. You know what I'm saying? So how'd you feel about the Silver Spoon Goon? Cassandra, you go first. How'd you feel about him?
I'm so happy. Y'all remember like early in the season, y'all were saying like he gonna get his first body this season. He gonna get his first body this season. Even though it's kind of low key an accident-ish. I'm still really proud because he had to get rid of Big Ump because Big Ump was gonna take the whole operation out. So go, Brayden.
It's about time.
Everybody wanted this boy to get a body. I didn't give a damn if he got one. Everybody's meant to get it, but
he ain't
the
no
way
goon.
the story started going when we was doing our predictions, me, Detroit, and Lays talked about this, and we figured that he was gonna have to end up taking Unc out. I wasn't mad at it because Lucas was talking too much crap. He really just thought he was above it all. And it was this ridiculous. I was like, oh, time's to go. Time's up. I don't care about you and your thug friends and your gangster friends. I ain't scared of y'all.
Yeah, you gotta be scared of the gangster friends. I'm scared of your little nephew.
I'm not impressed by the body.
Oh,
I'm gonna give him his credit in episode 10, and that's why he's the MVP of next episode. But this episode,
but we're not talking about episode. We talking about episode
just let
9.
me say, even though I liked what he did with his uncle, and I felt like because we know that he was trying to argue with Tariq first, and say he didn't want to do that and all of that. When his father told him sometime we gotta do, I felt like that kind of pushed him to it as well. And just the way that was talking to him. But I was not here for him. I didn't feel like he had to tell on Kiki, but I also didn't feel like he had to stand up for her either. I was kind of surprised that he did that part.
Exactly.
I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
That's a set
But Lace did say also when we was doing the prediction, shout out to him, he said no, he was gonna stand by Kiki. I was like, oh, for real? I thought he was done with her.
He did stand by her. He did. He up there crying. So, oh my God! I'm like, what you crying for? You was in with a Ponzi scheme. You probably did sleep with Uncle Lucas or whatever.
I always thought they slept together.
And you was into you knew everything, Brave man. You was being the simp, man. You should have, bro. Like you better than me, man. She should have went down with it too because she was all into it. Into that scheme.
At the same time, Lucas was using her, and I can't imagine being someone of color in a place like where she was at, and then someone like Lucas takes an interest in her. I can see how she got caught up in that. So I'm not really hating on Kiki for getting caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can kind of get how she got there. But, at the end of the day, she said she was a horrible person. She said, I'm a bad person. I did this. She takes responsibility for it, and she was trying to get out, and she was being 100% serious.
She was trying to get out. What was this?
Hold on.
But do y'all think if the tables was flipped, do y'all think she would have covered up for Brayden?
No, she wouldn't have done. She never did. She proved that she wasn't. Man, Kiki ain't getting no sympathy from me. You knew what Uncle Lucas was doing. You was sitting there like, oh shit. You'll be all right, Brady. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Now that when y'all got caught, then every stuff get real. Then you sitting there crying, man. Get Kiki up out of here, man.
But I didn't see her crying, bro. I saw her trying to get away because she wasn't trying to go to jail, and she didn't ask for
She
Braden's
was
help. Now,
crying.
I don't know about simpology and these simp rules
He is
and
simp.
all of this type of stuff, but all I know is that Braden, to me, in that moment about the Kiki thing, to me that wasn't simpish based off of your you told me to go look up the definition. I did.
That's simpish ways, man.
And based off of that definition, I didn't see the simping part of it. All I saw is that Braden tried to help somebody that he clearly has some kind of care for. And we all know that Lucas is the driving piece behind it. Why take this sister down with him when Lucas is the one?
I mean, I wasn't mad that she didn't go down though, because
I'm mad
I felt
about
like she ain't gonna get the same privilege. We already know that. She'd be the first one that they'll throw out to the wolves.
She should have never did it. Tamika,
but
she should have never did
I
it.
just was surprised that Braden was the one, like, that stepped up for her. I wasn't expecting that.
The silver spoon, well, he ain't no goon to me, but Braden Weston, he did what he was supposed. He did what he did what he was supposed to do. But Kiki was all in there. Shout out to Effie for holding it down. You see, Effie, what she did, Effie wasn't crying. She just she did what she was supposed to do. Kiki was crying when she got in trouble. She should be in jail too. Braden's broke. His family broke because of her.
Respect on his name, Detroit. Put respect on his name. SSG. That's what he go by.
Hey, Braden, man, you should have just not been trying to be caping for her. She damn near your family damn near broke because of her. They ain't broke, but they can't get none of that money because of what she did, what your uncle did.
Bruh, how you gonna just always blame it on, like, what about it's Lucas is the driving force. Yes, she was a piece of the Ponzi scheme.
She shouldn't have been doing
it. Lucas is the one who is the one.
Yeah, he's the head one. And the crazy thing was, he was basically like, "Oh, your dad is too good. That's what I ain't like about him." Like that. He was trashing his own brother.
Man, she was into it. She needed help. He needed somebody to help him, and she was helping. She did, man. Me personally, if I was Braden, man, she going down too.
Is this what you want me to read? Hold on. I'm trying to see. Somebody asked us to read a comment that they wrote. I'm trying to find it.
Oh. He said if Monet would have never got pregnant with Zeke, none of this would have ever happened, and Lorenzo would still be alive.
All right.
If we go by Detroit King theory, absolutely.
Y'all some Monet fans, so I can't. Other than Tamika,
listen, no, Detroit. Tamika and I have always said I don't remember what Cassandra said, but Tamika and I have always said that we was not Monet fans and that she was trash.
Yeah, she's the most horrible mother to ever exist. There's no argument about that.
I just always call out certain things because there are certain things, like, I get that she's a horrible mother. I always said she was a horrible mother. I just said that there are certain things that she can do to these kids that other people can't do. I just always feel like she will still ride for them, in the sense of she will kill for them, even though she treat them the way that she treat them.
I would definitely agree with that. Like, she will. She
definitely will. I can do what I want to do to them, but y'all can't.
There you go.
Exactly. That has always been my standpoint. What's your standpoint, Cassandra? Because we just always going at it. You just be back there like, woo, like, I see y'all.
The standpoint on Monet.
Yeah.
So I like Monet. I do. I like Monet, and I have a love-hate for her, just like I do for Kane. I feel like Kane is stupid, and he ain't never not gonna be stupid. But when he do smart shit, I'm like, okay, cool, that's cool. But Monet, I don't know. It's just something. It's something about her that just makes me be like, oh, well, I kind of understand. I kind of get it. Like, cause I would have did everything that she did with the Lorenzo situation. He didn't tell her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all that time went by, and don't know. I like Monet. I have a soft spot for Monet, but I also don't like Monet when she pissed me off. So
Yeah.
I don't have no connection to nobody really but Tariq.
Yeah.
So,
See,
yeah.
that's how I am. I was like, I can't have no more connections to like I can't like ride hard for any of the characters.
Yeah.
I've just only ridden hard for like maybe one, and that was
Yeah.
Effie. That was the only one that I just ride hard for. And a lot of it was trolling, but I really do like her character. But as far as Monet is concerned, I just call everybody else out. Like I call her
Yeah.
out when she do dumb stuff because she do some horrible stuff.
You do.
But when she on the up and up, I'll say, okay, this, that, and the third. But
Yeah.
Detroit only be seeing things one way. One
I
way.
rock with Mo. I gave Monet her credit. I said she was the brains of the family.
You did say that. So
She
you're
I
right.
said
You
that.
said that.
You
You
did.
did
Well,
say that.
I said she was the brains. It ain't much, but she is. You know what I mean?
Y'all remember me and Detroit went at it. Um,
I
About
forgot what it was about. I
it
forgot
was
what it
about
was about.
Lorenzo.
I was taking up for Monet. He was taking up for Lorenzo, and we just was
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I remember it.
the claws were
Yeah.
out.
Let's see. Monet got to feel that power when Lorenzo was in jail. Yeah, it's something about getting a taste of power. It is what it is, and you don't want to give that up. I mean, we saw that with Louis in Snowfall. That's how power goes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about SSG. Hashtag SSG. That's my new hashtag, y'all. SSG hashtag. Y'all make that a trending hashtag. Okay, so we talked about
Gotcha.
2-Bit already returning, and Detroit let us know that we'll get the answers to that later. So we'll wait on that. So I'm gonna skip that part. Tommy returns, y'all. Tommy returns and says that Monet has this message. We ain't gonna talk about the Monet message, but let's talk about just Tommy returning. I personally was happy to see Tommy. I'm always happy to see Tommy. Tommy was one of my favorite characters in OG Power. Like I said, with Power Force, it's just one of those shows that's not fully developed yet. I'm not ready to give up on it, me personally, because I like the character Tommy. What did you think about seeing Tommy? Was it nostalgia for you, Tamika? What did you think?
Yeah, when the call pulled up, I was like, I know this ain't who I think it is. Wait a minute, what's happening here? And Detroit definitely called this one when he was up there with me. He was saying we was gonna see Tommy before it end, and that we'll probably get like the Force trailer or something after the last episode. So I was like, oh shoot, Detroit. I thought about him like instantly when this part came up, but I was like, oh my god, he about to go in there and kill Tasha. Like I had kind of had me a
The
little stressed.
story they should have called this episode loose ends because there's some loose ends in this episode.
Mhm.
A
But
lot of
yeah,
loose
I
ends.
definitely was like, oh shoot, he just walking up in here, taking people out in 2 seconds. And, I thought it was a little crazy that Tariq was bringing Yaz in, took him on, stay right here. I'm like, I don't know if that was the best move, but,
Right.
it definitely was nostalgia seeing him. And I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. What do you think, Cassandra? How would you feel about seeing Tommy pop up on the scene?
I feel the same way Tamika felt when I saw the car. I was like, oh shoot. Then I thought about like, oh shoot, he finna go get her. So I got excited, then I got nervous. So I I was happy to see Tommy, but I'm just nervous about what's going on with him and Tasha right now. And
Yeah.
who hit Tariq?
I think
Girl,
Tasha did.
Tasha did.
that's what I thought.
Okay.
Tasha hit him, and then we'll talk about our theories for the next one. Detroit, you don't get to give no theory because you already.
Okay.
We'll talk about our theories for the next one here in just a second. But yes, we gonna give Detroit his credit. He did say that. I've heard him say that Tommy did show up weeks ago, so he definitely gets his credit for that. But I'm telling y'all, Detroit works for stars. I don't care what nobody say.
That's the Marcus Vaughn, man. Look at that. The Marcus dude, man.
Both of y'all work for stars.
The Marcus gonna know every theory in the book, man. That's on him, man.
Detroit, you in that writer's room.
No,
Exactly.
that's DeMarcus Vaughn, man. That's him.
DeMarcus do be having all the theories though. I'll be loving him in them theories though.
He
All right,
having a lot of theories.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, yo. So at the very end, we're gonna find out that Tariq finds out that his mom is missing. and that's kind of where this episode ends, is that nobody knows where Tasha is. So that's probably my next video. Where in the world is Tasha? I didn't play some of these. Let me
Family, you got left.
Fuck out of here with that family bullshit. Family don't snitch on each other. They don't kill each other. They don't turn on each other.
None of us wanted that shit, all right, Uncle Tommy? I love you, but I'll put a bullet in you to stop you from killing my mother.
And there's that infamous line that we kept wondering who he was talking to. He's talking to Uncle Tommy.
Can I say this though? Can we all agree that Tasha ain't dead? You know they ain't gonna do that to her. That she would have been dead.
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So all right. I'm gonna say this though. Tasha will be in season 4 more. I think she's gonna have she's officially back in season 4. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, I think so too. And that was part of my theory, because I think after this that other show that she was in just didn't work out. Which in all honesty was a pretty good show, but it is what it is.
Queens.
I was doing reviews on that. I was just starting my channel at that time.
Queens was good though, low key.
But yeah, I think we're gonna definitely be seeing more of her. That's them trying to set it up, but of course they had to make it intense, and it's like, oh, she's gone. Where is she?
Okay, yeah. So I'm about to play this trailer. Let me see. I chopped it up really good. So
harder. You asked for this meeting. You must have a solution for me. I'm a solution.
You can't testify, right? It's not safe.
Not the same Lauren I used to be.
She has to go, Tariq.
Effie, you can't talk. Am I clear? Get me the fuck out of here.
We ruin people's lives, Reed.
This beat ain't between us. It's Monet again.
I think we just started a fucking war.
If you want to survive, you're either a civilian or a gangster.
okay, y'all. So let's talk about this trailer. Now I'm gonna tell y'all a few things that I saw, and y'all tell me if y'all agree, and y'all tell me what y'all saw. So one of the first things that I noticed, I had to rewind this back and forth a gazillion times to catch this part. But Monet and Diana are sitting in the car. A car rolls up, right? You can see the car, and then they cut the clip, or they do something. You know how they do with these trailers, but then you're going to see a gun come out, and it's going to be the same car, which tells me that somebody is about to shoot at Diana and Monet. Do y'all agree with that, or do you think, or was I not looking at that right? Because I was trying to piece them together.
I 200% agree with that.
I agree.
Okay, cool. All right, and then we're gonna see that this is gonna be the episode where.
Can I say this, EJ? Wait, wait till you see who's in that car.
Detroit, you a mess, man.
I cannot with you. We're not gonna do that. Okay,
I'm just saying though, it's gonna shock y'all though, for real, because it shocked me though, for real.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry for this episode.
Yeah, girl, I'm ready to see this episode too. So the part where
I ain't even gonna lie.
me too. I'm like hyped to see this episode, like so hyped, and I cannot wait to do the whole season, because I'm doing a whole big show that's gonna be like a season finale recap. So it's gonna be a lot going on. But the part where Tariq says that we just started a war, who do y'all think he's talking about? Who do you think, Tamika?
I'm
gonna mute you.
I don't know. I would think he's talking about Noma, because that's really the biggest bad right now. I don't think he would be that stressed about the Tejadas, but could be them. I would go with Noma as my number one though, because I think he would be more worried about that. That's really who they've been trying to kind of stay in peace with until they could figure out their way to get from her.
Man, I'm gonna say this.
I'm not gonna.
Can I say this? I'm gonna say this right, and I'm not gassing this. When y'all see that scene, man, y'all gonna go crazy. Y'all gonna want season 4 right now.
I already want season 4.
Yeah, I do too.
Right,
I mean, I said last time we was talking about it that I have enjoyed this season, the best out of the first 3 seasons that we got. I feel like season 3 has been the best, and I can understand why it had already got approved for season 4. Like, with watching it, I think they did a really good job. Even though it's been some things that's been goofy, but overall,
Yeah.
I still
If I had to
have
pick and
really
choose,
enjoyed it.
if I had to put it up there with a finale, like in the Power universe, right now, I would say I would have to. I think Raising Kanan season 2 finale is better than this, but this is the last 5 minutes of this is a 10 to me.
Well,
Okay.
that's
Oh,
saying a
that
lot
says a
coming
lot.
from Detroit. So y'all
Yes.
heard it first. Detroit said it's going to be a 10. So Cassandra, what did you think? Who do you think he's talking about when he says that we just started a war? Who do you think he's
Man,
referring to?
what if he talking about Tommy?
Mm.
What if somebody rolled up on him because Tommy had a gun to him again? Tommy got a gun to him every time you see him.
Oh, it's all right.
Every scene.
Tommy got a gun to him again, and what happens if somebody pulled up trying to have Tariq back? Not thinking, Kane probably, and was shooting at Tommy. I don't know. I don't think
So
they
we do.
crazy enough to do anything to Noma, and then them not knowing Tommy. You know what I mean? I don't
Mhm.
know.
I don't know.
You
I
will
kind of
find
am
out.
leaning towards. I mean, I think I'm kind of leaning towards Tamika with the Noma thing. I don't know. Because at this point, I don't really want to see this character Noma really go away. I don't think she's going to go
That
away.
was my whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
I've
just
been
wouldn't make
saying that because
sense.
one thing Power do that I don't like is they bring people in big. We was talking about this before, and I was like, I hope they don't mess up Noma. I hope she gonna be around. Like my only critique is I would have actually liked to see her more. And Detroit and them was saying we would see her again in 10. Obviously, we are, and now we finally got her and Monet meeting up. So I'm definitely curious to see what that conversation is going to be all about. But I hope they do not mess up this character because that's one flaw I feel like they be having with they big bads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing
They're
about
not going to
in that
disappoint you,
in the
Tamika.
trailer. Okay, cool. In the trailer, we see that no, not Noma, that Monet actually set up a meeting with Noma, which,
Mm-hmm.
once again just goes back to this power thing. We all know that Monet wants
Mm-hmm.
the power because there's been a struggle with who's going to be the head of the family. Now, to be fair, I don't think that really, if anybody were to be the head of the family, it probably should be her at this point. If we got if the, with the people that we have as options, she is probably the most viable option
Right.
at this point. But so we know that she's gonna make that play to be the connect is what it I mean to be the
Mm-hmm.
distributor is what it's all going to come down to. I think we've all saw that coming. What else was in that trailer? I, I think that's really I couldn't really see a whole lot. I still got to do my trailer breakdowns. I'm gonna go back and look at it a few more times, but I need to get that video out soon. But just overall, what are your thoughts about this episode, and what are you most excited to see for the final finale? Like, what would you like to see in the finale, Tamika?
Mm. Um, I don't even know. I just want to know what the heck gonna be happening with this whole Monet and and Nova situation. What else she gonna be bringing to the table? Definitely want to know how it's gonna play out with the whole Lauren and Effie situation. I know that we also did see David saying in that trailer, you have to take her out or something like that. And I know
Yeah,
me and Detroit was talking about this before, that I know everybody logically have been saying that it should be Lauren, but I don't agree with that. I feel like that would make them even hotter. They already got
Hmm.
everybody on their necks with this whole situation that went down with Sax and everything else. And I don't think that taking her out would help the situation. So, I think they got to figure out
not at
something
this
else
point.
with that.
EJ, if you go back to your one, and to me, if you go back to one of your
Hmm.
lives, I basically gave y'all who he was talking about.
Yeah, did you
Mm.
say Monet? I can't
Uh-uh.
remember. Or did you
I
say
can't
Uh-uh.
remember who he
Effie?
said, but he don't get to
I
say
I
who
ain't
can't
it
gonna,
is
I'm not.
remember.
I'm not gonna say
because
nothing.
I
you
can't
already know who it
remember.
is.
Yeah.
You don't get to say nothing. But I think that it's either going to be Monet or Effie. I don't think Lauren anymore because I used to think Lauren, but at this point,
Hmm.
Lauren would not be a good idea, and that's
Yeah.
just because everything has come out in the open. Before, it just went in the fact that Effie's arrested now, it would just look too, that would just give
Right.
Jane exactly what she needs.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I think that
Definitely
it
would be
has to
like the
be,
icing on the cake.
yeah, and it's not Noma. I don't think that he's talking about Noma, because I think Davis has
Yeah, I
enough
don't think
common
it's no
sense
either.
to know that that would be a bad move.
Mhm.
So I think it has to be one of
I
those two.
also think it's interesting that Davis was saying that period. Davis seemed like he don't give a damn about nothing no more, boy.
Not right
So we
now.
might be getting a new perspective when it comes to him.
Okay.
He even
Who you
said
think?
that he should have put a bully in. He should have put a bullet in Sacks. He don't care that man is dead. I
That
don't
was a
blame
good
him.
scene.
Yeah.
But
I
think
definitely think that the hold on, because let me answer this real quick and then you go next.
you can-
I said in my last video, I think that there was gonna be a Tejada against Tariq. It has to logically happen at
Yes.
some point.
Yes,
And this is
absolutely.
only because they are too buddy, and the only person that has any strife with Tariq right now was Kane, and we know that
Right.
came from a different place. But everybody else is cool with him. And then you saw
Right.
in this episode where Drew says something about Tariq, and I'm like, dude, I was like, Drew, that is not accurate. Like, Tariq didn't give her the folder,
Right,
because
right.
thinking that Tariq was the one who
You
gave
gonna
the
spoil it,
information. But
EJ.
that's
EJ
the
is
reason
And
getting
why.
you
there.
know that freaking Kane been itching,
EJ must have seen that
child.
episode. She's trying to spoil it for y'all. You
I
get
just
warmer.
want him to
You getting
No,
warmer. I'm just
I'm
saying it.
reading the clues. I haven't seen no episodes. It's just that he said that Tariq was the one must have gave it to Poppy and told Monet. So and in my mind, in the Power universe, there is always going to be strife between, they've been too buddy. Monet loves Tariq too much, and she wants
Yeah.
power.
I agree
There
with
needs
that.
to be
You gotta chill. You gonna
I
tell
agree with that.
her.
seriously, it's gonna happen. Like, I've been saying it. I said that a few
Mm.
videos back, that's what that has to happen. Whether it's season 4, 5, whatever, it's gonna happen at
Can
some
I ask you
point.
a question? So who you think Tejada? What Tejada gonna be beefing with Tariq? I just want to know. Who you think?
Who I think? Who you think, Cassandra?
Yeah.
Who you think would beef with them? What Tejada do you think would beef with them?
Diana. Cause
Ooh.
she went and got that information and now she thinks she knows something that she don't. I
Exactly.
Okay.
think it's Diana. And if she keep digging, she dig down the wrong hole, but I feel like it would be her because she love her Poppy.
Okay, Poppy. Poppy this, Poppy
I
that.
don't know.
I think shit, I don't know, because I've always said that it was gonna be between Monet and Tariq, and that's just because they love each other so much, and Power just has this thing where they have to pull people apart.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's gonna be them, but I don't know. At the same time, I do see where you're saying Diana is the nosy one. She's the one who always going to fish for information. She could be the one that, try to put some stuff together that she don't know, because they already got all the wrong pieces so far.
Exactly. So that's why I'm hoping Monet stay in her
Yeah,
right
she's
mind.
good for that. Definitely. That's her whole character, is the digging into stuff, ready to tell somebody about it, but don't really be having the full damn picture.
Right.
So I could kind of see that. I think Kane is one that is expected just because of how he's been since the beginning, but then that
Yeah.
would probably be too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kane was shooting at somebody that was also in that trailer too. And it looked like they was at Monet's, that he was at Monet's house. So clearly he must be still staying there. I don't know. Because he comes out of the house shooting. You can see him coming out of the house shooting. So I don't know, y'all. We gonna see. All I know is that I am ready for next week. I am excited for this. I can't wait to talk to you guys about this. I hope everybody is going to come through. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff planned for that. So hopefully we have a good time. Tamika, what you got going on your channel, ma'am, this week?
What do I have going on? Well, my power recap is up. I did what you should be watching in the self-care Saturday yesterday. Tomorrow, I think me, Moochie, and Nita will be doing Yellow Jackets, and then pretty much not really much. I mean, we're gonna try to work some other things out behind the scenes, keep your notifications on, and we'll let y'all know anything else in between. But I'll be doing my power review once I see it. of course, this last season finale, that'll be up on Friday. And then, hopefully I can join a couple of these panels or do some kind of live myself or whatever, because I know we're going to want to talk about all this stuff that's going on.
I'm trying to hit up everybody panel. Whoever asked me to come, I'm coming. I'm coming, everybody. So just letting y'all know right now, I could talk about PowerBook 2 is one of my most favorite power shows. And then so I just talk about it just to talk about it. That's why I don't think it ever gets boring. I think that's what makes it so unique is that everybody has different perspectives about it and everybody sees it so different. And I love talking to you guys about it because of the fact that we can have conversations about it. And even if we don't agree about it, it doesn't matter. Like, no, everybody's just telling their perspective and we're just having fun with it. And that's what makes this group so great. And that's what I love about our Discord family, the ones that I'm close with, because I don't know everybody that's inside of it, but the ones that I am close with, we all have that that perspective. Everybody sees things differently, but we love to talk about it. So guys, if you're watching this for the first time, if you're finding my channel, make sure to check out Tamika's Den channel, check out Brillo's channel, check out Moochie's channel. We all talk about this. We all have panels, and it's going to be different each and every time. I guarantee you it is not going to be the same conversation. So definitely make sure that you're subscribed to our channels. My girl Cassandra, y'all, we got to say congratulations. Her son is also graduating, guys. I'm so excited. My nephew is graduating. If you guys do not know, Cassandra is my niece. I don't know if I've ever told anybody, but this is my niece.
Oh, no, I didn't realize that.
Yes, this is my niece who has been there for me when I wanted to go live. I was scared to go live, and she was there to help me. And she was like, "I'll go live with you." And we just kind of did this thing. We know what we was doing, but we just jumped into it.
You say that's your niece?
Yes, this is my niece. This is my niece. This is my husband's niece. So my niece, and her son is graduating. So congratulations to him. We're so excited, so happy. And then, guys, I know it's hard, girl. And then also, guys, make sure that you. Yes, my baby. He is out of there. Now, y'all make sure that y'all go shop with my girl. Cassandra has an amazing business. She has a lip gloss business. It's covuc.com. She has lipsticks. She has scrubs. I love this lip gloss, y'all. I always keep it right here by my desk all the time. And you see me putting it on all the time. So definitely go and check that out, guys. Detroit has started an amazing Discord group that I was talking about. Make sure that you guys go.
We got to do something though. We got anybody watch Class other than Tamika? You watch Class of 09?
Yes. Me and Moochie was talking about doing something with that. I'm just waiting for her to get back from her trip, that so we could get the
we
ball
need to
rolling.
Go ahead and cover that though, EJ. Like, Tamika and Moochie, man. That's good. Honestly,
yes, if y'all not watching that, get into it.
Yeah,
that's probably the best show on TV right now. And then go over to Amazon Prime. You know what I mean? They got some shows too.
Yes.
Yeah, Tamika was telling me about Class of 09, and I gotta go check it out because she was saying that it was really good. So y'all already know I'm always down. What's up, Vacay JTV? That's my other big homie right there. If you're not subscribed to Vacay J's channel, he's doing big things over there. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. His podcast is launching. I can't remember the exact date. He can drop it in the chat if he's still in here. His podcast is launching. He's going to be having celebrity interviews with entrepreneurs. It's just a good vibe. So definitely check that out. What's up, J Will Trap TV? That's another one of our brothers in the Discord. Make sure that you're checking out his channel as well. He definitely has great, dope content as well. Hey, Demarcus, thank you. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. So we're about to be up out of here.
Hit that like button for EJ though, for real. I gotta hit that like button because if y'all don't hit that like button, y'all not gonna see the content because YouTube is gonna make sure you don't see it if you don't hit that like button.
Yeah, it's really important that y'all hit that like.
That's more important than donations, to be honest with you, because you can get the donations and nobody like your stuff. Nobody gonna see your content.
Yeah,
exactly. You definitely got to hit the like button. It does something to the algorithm. I don't know what, but it does something. And so just hit the like button. Show your girl some love. Definitely
hit that like button for EJ. Hit the like button for EJ, Tamika. Lays, whoever. I mean, just hit your like button because if you don't, You know what I mean? EJ ain't, you know what I mean? She ain't gonna be getting no, 10, she might want to retire off that YouTube money. You
I
gotta,
know that's right.
you
Right.
feel me? Just saying.
That's what's up. But yeah, we got to figure out something that we can do. I'm gonna go check out the class of '09, y'all, and maybe that's something we can all hop
Yeah,
on. We'll talk about
definitely
it though.
the class of 09. We also trying to do like an overall discussion on Dear Mama. And after next week's episode, the last episode for Love and Death, we trying to do an overall discussion on that. So we got a couple different things we trying to work on. Just, stay tuned.
Dear Mama documentary is good, by the way. That's a good documentary.
It's a great documentary. Yeah, I've been looking at that. My husband watches everything that has to do with anything. He just watches everything. So I've looked
Anybody
at
watch The Shy? Anybody watch The Shy?
Which one?
The Shy. Do y'all watch The Shy?
Oh yeah, I was
love
doing
that.
Me and Lay's doing that. I mean, even though I feel like the Shaw season, it lost me at the season 3.
Yeah,
but I'm
I hope this is
invested now,
gonna be the last season, to be honest. But I'm gonna cover it.
Yeah, so we could do that too, EJ and Tamika. Ain't a lot of people
I
feeling
do the
that.
Shy.
Okay.
Yeah, I do the Shy, and I'm gonna do live after shows of the Shy. Especially because I'm kind of on where Tamika's going with this. I feel like they're about to bring the Shy to an end. I think it's just, but we'll have.
I won't be surprised if they do a spinoff though, for real.
It would be great for a spinoff to give some fresh, some fresh new life to it. But I did like what what's her name, Lena Waithe said about hearing what people had to say about it. About the direction that it was going in, because you could see the shift in it, the change, and I still loved it regardless. And I still rock with it, but I would like to see that element come back to it. I mean, because it's the Shy, for crying out loud. So, but yeah, so I'm definitely here for it. So on my channel, we just did the Charlotte live discussion. So make sure y'all check that out. I'm gonna actually do a couple more videos over Charlotte because I just really loved Queen Charlotte so much. It was a great show.
Yeah.
If you didn't look at it on Netflix, definitely make sure that you check that out. And then I just got my laptop back, so my Ruthless review will be a little bit late, y'all. So, but I'm still gonna do it. We are gonna be going live on this Wednesday. We go live every Wednesday to talk about Ruthless, Vacate J, all things Ruthless, and Ruthless TV as well. So make sure to check that out if that's the show that you're into. And then I'll just be dropping other little stuff. So keep your notifications turned on, guys. And we are about to get up out of here. Thank you to everybody on the panel. I appreciate you guys for coming through and talking power with me.
Thank you.
Yes.
What time you go? What time? Peace. What time?